share your attention just a moment. I do want to recognize some very special guests that we have with us today, who we extended the courtesies of the floor today. Retired, first off, the folks who are here with us today are Michael Verardo, his wife Sarah Verardo, and Danica Thomas. And if you will, before you applaud, let me tell you a little bit about all three of them. Retired Army Sergeant Michael Verardo served as an infantryman in the 82nd Airborne until his medical retirement in 2013. He deployed with Bravo Company, Parachute Infantry Regiment, to conduct combat operations in August of 2009, and the unit suffered a 60% Purple Heart rate. Wounded initially on April 10, 2010, Michael requested to be returned to duty and was then wounded on his first patrol just 2 weeks later. This patrol had catastrophic and life-changing consequences. The improvised explosive device immediately blew off Michael's left leg, much of his left arm, and left him with burns over 35% of his body, a traumatic brain injury, severe facial damage, damage to his airways, and other polytraumatic conditions that required a field blood transfusion. On April 24, 2019, Mike's 9th alive day, he had his 120th surgery post-Afghanistan. His condition has required years of physical, occupational, speech, and visual therapies. Originally listed as death imminent post-injury, Michael has continued to defy the odds and has gone on to enjoy adaptive athletics, most notably competitive pistol shooting, and is an active participant in his church and community in North Carolina. His wife, Sarah, is a national advocate for wounded veterans and their caregivers. After her husband's injuries sustained from deployment, she started as a volunteer with the Independence Fund. Her steadfast devotion, experience, and drive led her to eventually be selected as the organization's first CEO. And joining them as well, Danica Thomas is the widow of U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Alan Thomas. In March of 2010, her husband was severely wounded by a suicide bomber, and after a recovery from his catastrophic injuries, he tragically died by suicide in September of 2013. Danica is chairman of the Susan M. Tillis Foundation for Military Families. I just want to say on behalf of all of my colleagues and on behalf of the state of North Carolina, we appreciate your sacrifice. You honor us with your presence today, and I think I speak for everyone, not just in this room, but this entire state, in saying we owe you and your brothers and sisters in arms a debt that can never be repaid. We want to thank you for what you're doing. Please join me in welcoming these special guests with us today.